Hi, guys and gals. Al Smith here. Today we're going to talk about the convention of two diamonds waiting with a negative two hearts as an extension of just plain two diamonds waiting in response to a strong two club. There's several advantages of using this extension of two diamonds waiting. The first one is that by using the two hearts negative, we can differentiate between a hand that has 0 to 2 points versus a hand that has 3 to 6 points. That doesn't sound like a real big uh, factor, but however, it really is when your partner has opened with a very strong hand and you've got what's called a relatively bust hand. Okay, what this does is provides the opener with enough information that they can determine whether they should pass, they pass, set contract below game, at game, or even continue going on to slam. So it's really a major factor in handling those types of hands where the responder is very weak. Okay, it changes the meaning of the two hearts and the two no responses. We'll talk about those in the response system. And what it does is it eliminates the direct ability to show an 8+ card. It's 8+ high card point hand with a balanced hand. But that's not a big loss because there are different variations in the bidding sequence where we can compensate for that without any problem at all. Okay, the important thing first, the first thing to define is what is a bust? A bust is a hand with relatively no trick-taking capability. In other words, it has no ace, it has no king, or it doesn't have two queens. Therefore, it's pretty weak. A hand with 4 jacks and 1 queen is considered a bust because it has no trick-taking potential, especially if the contract is in no trump. Okay, so you can see that very seldom do jacks take tricks. Okay, and while they do take tricks if there's sufficient values in a suit, okay, it's not something that you want to take to the bank. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the response system. Okay, when your partner opens strong two clubs, two diamonds now means that there are 3 hand variations that you can have. You can have 5+ hearts or spades with 3 to 7 high card points, 6+ clubs or diamonds with 3 to 7 high card points, or 3+ high card points with a balanced hand. Notice this used to be with two diamonds waiting, this was 0 to 7 in all of the situations. Because we're not going to be able to use two no trump to show a balanced hand, the two diamonds is now unlimited with a balanced hand, which is easily compensated for. Now, we're going to use two hearts, not to show hearts, but to show the bust hand. This is called our first negative. It says that we have no ace, king, or 2 queens. In other words, we have a bust hand. 2 spades is the same as it is in two diamonds waiting. And two no trump, now what we do is we define that as the heart bid with 5+ hearts and 8+ high card points. And we use that in the same manner we would have used two hearts in the two diamonds waiting convention. 3 clubs and 3 diamonds remain unchanged. Now, after the responder makes one of these bids, the opener is going to do one of two things. He's going to bid a strong suit, or he's going to bid no trump with 22+ high card points and a balanced hand. So it's going to be one of these two conditions. Let's take a look at this. Okay, if the opener bid is to no trump, what that says is he's got 22+ high card points and a balanced hand. Okay, remember that the two no trump opening is 20 to 21 points. So this gives us a capability of really showing 22 to 24 high card points. Generally, with 25 high card points, we might bid 3 no trump. But what we can use in response to 2 no trump is we can pass. If you're extremely weak, just pass. You can use Stamen to try to find a 4/4 spade. You can use Jacoby to transfer to a 5-card major, and the other no trump conventions. We're going to leave discussing the details of that for another day. But let's take a look at what happens if the opener shows a suit. Okay, if after the opener shows a suit, you have 0 to 2 high card points, what you're going to do is bid a second negative. Okay, and all the second negatives are alerted. Okay, and what are the second negatives? There's a set of bids. What you want to do is bid the lowest one available from the set of 2 no trump, 3 clubs, 3 diamonds, and 3 no trump. Okay, this way you can always show a second negative um, despite what the opener bids. For example, if the opener bids 2 clubs and you bid 2 hearts to show a bust hand, and then the opener bids 3 diamonds, what bid would you use to show a bust hand? You bid 3 no trump. So you always have a second negative available to you to show that your partner that you have 0 to 2 points. Okay, once your partner knows you've got 0 to 2 points, they're going to have a lot of information and be able to use that to determine where they're going to place the contract. Okay, if you've got 3 to 6 points, you've got still have a bust hand with relatively little to no trick-taking potential, but you've got something. Okay, so let's take a look at what we're going to do there. If the 2 club bidder showed a major suit, hearts or spades, with their second bid, if you have 3 plus cards in that opener suit, what you want to do is you're going to bid 4 of the major. Okay, now let's point out, you're going to jump to 4 hearts or 4 spades, depending on what the suit your partner bid. Okay, if you've got 3 plus cards. What this does, it says, I'm weak. Okay, if you're stronger, you went through 2 diamonds, showing as the initial response, and then you would bid 3 hearts or 3 spades, because that shows a stronger hand, and that would actually invite the opener to start Q bidding in order to investigate slam. The same is true of if your partner bids a minor suit, clubs or diamonds. Now, the only time that you're going to want to bid 4 clubs or 4 diamonds is you've got a 3 plus card bid and you have a shortness in one of the other suits. Okay, shortness in one of the other suits. Why shortness? Well, because if the responder has shortness, it's relatively weak, you don't want to be playing in no trump. Okay, you're going to bypass 3 no trump and you're going to bid 4 clubs or 4 diamonds. And then the opener can decide whether he wants to pass, whether he wants to bid 5 of the minor, or even 6 if they've got a really strong hand. Okay, if the opener bid a minor suit, clubs or diamonds, and you do not have any of the above, you do not have a 3 plus card bid and shortness, but you do have 5 plus hearts or spades, what you're going to want to do is bid 3 hearts or 3 spades. Okay, what this says is to your partner is, hey, I've got something, but I've got a relatively strong bust hand, 3 to 6 high card points, but I do have 5 hearts or 5 plus hearts or 5 plus spades. Okay, so the opener can then make a decision as to whether there might be a possible game in that suit and how to actually use that information. Now, if you don't have any of these above things, what you're going to do is just bid 3 no trump. What that says to partner is, hey, I don't have I don't have a fit. I don't have my own 5 plus card major suit. I don't have a 3 plus card fit in a minor with shortness. Okay, and 3 no trump becomes the most likely contract that can be made at the game level. Okay, let's look at a couple of examples. Okay, in this first hand, we're going to use this over and over again a couple of times. Okay, the partner's going to open 2 clubs. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 losers. Okay, which qualifies to open as a 2 club bid. Okay, now the responder, we look at this 4 responders, only got 3 points, okay, and a flat hand to boot. So no roughing potential or anything else. What the responder is going to do is bid 2 hearts, okay? And the opener is now given this hand is going to show their major suit, bid 2 spades. Now, 95% of the time that 2 spade bid is going to show 6 plus spades. Okay, so now let's take a look at this. The responder has shown a bust hand, but has three spades. Okay, that's going to be very helpful to the opener. So now, while there's not much trick-taking ability here, the responder is going to do here, should do here, is bid four spades. Now, by bidding four spades, that shows a fit, and it's a sign-off and says, do the best you can, your partner. Now, recognize that while this hand is strong, it could be actually a lot stronger. That's why we're going to go ahead and bid this. Most of the time, it's going to make four spades. Now let's look at and just as a comment here, when you're weak, you have a tendency to go to game quickly. When you're stronger, you're going to generally bid at the 3 level to allow your partner to initiate cue bidding to investigate slam. Now, it's more apparent when you think about going through the 2 diamonds, then bidding spades, okay? All right, now let's look at this hand again, same opener, 2 clubs. Okay, now we even have a much weaker bust hand. Okay, we actually have 0 points, but we do have at least 5 diamonds. Now, those 5 diamonds only worth something as if the opener can actually get to those diamonds to use them. Okay, which isn't very likely. All right, so now the opener bids 2 spades, and now the responder, to show the an absolute bust, 0 to 2 points, bids 2 no trump. That 2 no trump is the lowest bid available out of 2 no trump, 3 clubs, 3 diamonds, 3 no trump. The 2 no trump says, hey partner, I've got 0 to 2 points. Okay, use that information and make your next bid. Now in this case, he bids 3 spades. Okay, what that says is that he is not strong enough to go to 4 spades by himself. Okay, if he were, after the second negative, he would have bid 4 spades. So this is what the responder is going to pass. This is the only time you can actually pass below game. Okay, when you have this type of sequence where the opener rebids his suit after you've shown having a bust hand. All right, so let's look at another example with the same starting hand, 2 clubs. This time we're a little bit stronger. We've got 2, 3, 4, we've got 5 high card points. Boy, we got a barn burner here compared to these other 2. Okay, what we're going to do is those bid 2 hearts again to show 0 to 6 high card points. And our partner is going to bid 2 spades. All right, now, what are we going to do here? Okay, we're going to bid 3 no trump. Okay, now, why are we bidding 3 no trump when we could have bid 2 no trump? Well, 2 no trump is the second negative, saying that we have between 0 and 2 points. 3 no trump says, hey, I've got a bust hand, but I've got 3 to 6 points. So it makes all the difference in the world. Now, if you look at this, as it turns out, it's probably going to make 3 no trump. Okay, fortunately, the responder has 4 clubs to the jack. The jack is going to become a potential stopper. Okay, now what the 3 no trump also says to the declarer is, hey, if you want, it's up to you to decide where you want to place the contract. And the opener looks at his hand and says, I've got a single and 3 of clubs. I don't want to play no trump. So it puts the decision in the opener's hands. And based upon his hand, because he doesn't have a club stopper, he's going to bid 4 spades. Let's look at another example here. We've got to start here of, again, 2 clubs. And the responder here now does not have a bust hand, but has 4, 7, 9, 10 high card points and 5 hearts. Okay, what do we bid if we've got 5 plus hearts and 8 plus high card points? We bid 2 no trump. Okay, as we defined in the response sequence. So we're going to bid 2 no trump here. Now, the opener says, oh my goodness, my partner's given me a positive response. I know they've got 8 plus high card points. Let me tell them about my spades. He talks about his spade, bids 2 spades. Now, the responder comes back and bids 3 clubs showing a second suit. Okay, and the opener says, okay, I know that I've got the ace, king, queen. My partner's got 5 plus hearts. We've got a golden fit in hearts. So I'm going to set the trump suit in hearts. So he bids he bids three spades to show a fit, setting the agreeing that hearts is going to be trump. Okay, now the responder, given that information, his partner had opened two clubs and so forth, he knows he got a fit, and that his partner's got a strong spade suit, and that he's got honors in the others, it's two suits, good control of the clubs, is going to bid 4-no to investigate slam. Okay, so even though there was this shows how to use the 2-no to show a 5+ card suit, 8+ high card plus. Let's look at one more example here. In this one, instead of having spades as the trump suit, we've got diamonds. Now, where again, it's strong enough to open two clubs. So we open two clubs. The responder has 2, 3, 4 high card points. And oh my goodness, a singleton in diamonds. So he's going to initiate show a bust hand by bidding 2 hearts. He bids 2 hearts, and the opener comes back and bids 3 diamonds. Okay, now 3 diamonds. Okay, what does the responder want to bid? Okay, he doesn't have an absolute bust, so he doesn't want to bid 3. He's close, but he doesn't. He's got 5 hearts and 4 spades. So he doesn't want to bid 3-no trump to say that he has 0 to 2 points, but he wants to show his partner that he has 5+ hearts and 3 to 6 high card points. So he bids 3 hearts. Now the opener goes, okay, my partner's got 3 to 6 points. Not a great hand, but I think I can work with that, especially since I have the ace, king, 4 of hearts. Okay, and at this particular point, what the opener is going to do is going to bid 4 hearts, signing off a game. Okay, you see how they found that fit, even though they had a bust hand and ended up in game and are probably going to have an easy time of making it. Maybe not easy is the right word, but they can make it. Now you might have, let's look at the example number 6. This is a little bit different. Okay, we still have a strong 2 club open. Now we've got the situation where we have no points again. So we've got a real bust. Okay, so we're going to bid 2 hearts showing a bust, 0 to 6. Now the opener is going to bid 3 clubs. All right, now what are we going to do? Well, what's what can we do? We've got an absolute bust, so we're going to want to bid 3 diamonds. Not because we have 5 diamonds, but because we want to show we've got 0 to 2 points. 3 diamonds is the lowest available bid available from the set of 2-no trump, 3 clubs, 3 diamonds, and 3-no trump. Our partner now knows that we have only 0 to 2 points. Okay, and can't count on us for anything. So what are we going to do? We're going to bid 4 clubs. The opener is going to bid 4 clubs. Now, I might have thought to go ahead and bid 3 hearts as an alternative. That might have actually been a better bid. We're going to assume he bid 4 clubs. What's the responder going to do? The responder is going to pass. After they show that absolute that they've got an absolute bust of 0 to 2 points, very seldom are they ever going to open their mouth again. Okay, well that concludes the lesson on using 2 hearts negative with 2 diamonds. Okay. Hope you all have a great day. Stop recording.